We did here for a very special press conference convened by the government of Sierra Leone, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, and of course, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. We come for respond particularly to a development we involve Sierra Leone Embassy in particularly the Republic of Guinea. I'm glad for say, in addition to the very distinguished Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, the Honorable Timothy Musa Kaba Al-Haji, we also get the Inspector General of Police within IR because of the nature of the updates we can provide. Mr. William Faya Selu, we tell and thank you, we genuine. Of course, we also get Mr. Logan Wina, the Director General at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Without further ado, I want to pass the microphone over to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. We will start with a release. We are at the end of this presser. We will also make available to all. But first, we will start by reading the official release on this issue with the government of Sierra Leone, don't prepare for provide additional updates to the public, and then the minister will say a few words, just add and provide some context, additional context. Then I will pass over very briefly to the Inspector General of Police, who himself could say a few words, and then we'll open up for the get a conversation. Mr. Minister, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. And I also want to thank the journalists then for come attend this press conference. It shows we all have one concern, and that concern is to promote and protect the integrity and image of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Since we don't get press conferences at this hall, today for us is the fullest. At the time, today we don't get the hall to its capacity, and that shows our unified aspiration of a Sierra Leone where we all go and call home. This is relating to what is going on and the rumors that are everywhere relating to with diplomatic mission in the Republic of Guinea, Conakry. So before we start the press conference proper, we will solicit some questions from for the benefit of the public. I read the official press statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of Sierra Leone. It reads, dated January 16, 2025. Government of Sierra Leone responds to arrest, I'm sorry, I don't think I have the, okay, yes. Yes, the government of Sierra Leone responds to arrest of Sierra Leone embassy vehicle and driver in Guinea. On 13th January 2025, the government of Guinea informed the government of Sierra Leone that a vehicle belonging to the embassy of Sierra Leone in Conakry was impounded by the Guinean authorities. The driver and another occupant of the vehicle are being held on suspicion of possession of substances suspected to be cocaine. In light of this serious development, the government has urgently recalled Sierra Leone's ambassador to Guinea, Ambassador Mr. Almami Bangura, to Freetown to provide a full account of the incident. Additionally, a thorough investigation has been launched to determine how this incident occurred and to hold all responsible parties accountable. The government of Sierra Leone is collaborating with the Guinean authorities to verify the fact on the matter, and anyone found guilty of breaking Sierra Leonean and international drug trafficking laws will face the full force of the law. The public will be updated regularly as the investigation continues. End of press statement. I thank you.
Mr. Minister, will you want to provide any further context and anything in addition to this before we have?
A utility vehicle registered to the Sierra Leone mission in Conakry was impounded by the Guinean authorities, where they find trunks of substances where they allege say cocaine, and the driver with an
as your ambassador, you're in touch with them, they go work, and you did it, and you continue for maintaining diplomatic status. I just want you to provide clarity on that.
Absolutely. We have in law what they call strict liability offense. A car was impounded, and in the car they found substances. The ambassador remains the ambassador of the Republic of Sierra Leone to Guinea, and now we don't recall him for make he can explain how is it possible that a utility vehicle registered to the Embassy of Sierra Leone was carrying substances that have been alleged to be, cocaine. And the ambassador, as I talked before they came, I was just on the phone with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Guinea. And every day, me and the ambassador we talk. This morning we spoke. The ambassador is in the office. He's not under any house arrest. He has inviolable right under the Vienna Convention, where established diplomatic relations between nations of the world.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Inspector General of Police, the announcements and the release will come out from the government of Salon say that a thorough investigation don't be launched. As the Inspector General of Police, just provide quick context to people about what's in the nature of this investigation, what will they look at, and under which maybe laws or things like that will look at this situation.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. For we as police, we don't set up a team for investigate this matter. We come on the site, we look at exactly what happened and who has the responsibility for what happened. Drugs, the way the minister said, if it is proven to be drug offenses are strict liability. You will get out with and it's the responsibility for that. But for now, it is still on that side. Let's say like way the press release they say, they not recall the ambassador. We cannot investigate in a void. So we need to talk to people to provide us with the requisite information. We will guide what and what we look for. What we look for, and what happened, how it happened, and who was involved. So for now, we are waiting for that moment. That's all for now.
Thank you very much. Now we'll open up to questions. We want to make sure we follow and adhere to the same general rules with the government will press conference them. We know that you keep your questions straight, direct, as you name your institution, and then you ask the question, and then we will take out from there. With the order, would I get the mic? So I'll point out the first 5 people there. I think we'll start with the head of the Editors Association. We'll go to Mr. Kamalo. We go to gentleman there from Star on this side, 4, and then I want done this side before we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this gentleman. They will come on the side, yeah? Let's do quick.
Good afternoon, Donald. You are the Salon Times and Chairman of the Guild. Bearing in mind, Minister, the tension when we just at the end of the year between Sierra Leone and Guinea, and we know which made them arrest Sierra Leoneans and hold them and send them back to Sierra Leone from Guinea. There was this allegation from no less a person than the ambassador of Sierra Leone. How that would tell on the integrity of Sierra Leoneans in Guinea and Sierra Leoneans then particularly in the world.
Thank you very much.
I'll not make.
Clear, because nine at the head, and not just in, but I think, yeah, no, you know, in my capacity as the chair, I can provide additional context, so I'll guide you on the answer, on the issue that day, and so now I will come to the foreign minister. Mr. Foreign Minister, the question is how this will affect reputation of Salone, and especially Sierra Leoneans and overseas, especially as you see the tension between Salone and Guinea, allegedly related to drug-related issues. So with this kind of developments, how we go, what will they do? And then some details, question on details about second person in the vehicle, if we know the details, and then any information on what have been the origin and destination. I think so you get some information, maybe we will help you on this one. And I think the other question is, okay, why now they do press conference when I do? By the way, if you listen to the press statement with the minister, he said on 13 January, government of Guinea informed me. 13 January, and today, immediately got all the facts, we don't call a press conference. Again, I
for the public to understand what is going on. Mr. Donaldson, Salone Times say, given the tension at the close of 2024 in terms of the arrest of Sierra Leoneans by Guinean authorities who then deport them as Salone, now that there's this allegation of the ambassador being involved in this alleged trafficking of cocaine, how is that going to affect the morale and reputation of Sierra Leoneans the way they live in Guinea? The ambassador, it has not been proven that the ambassador is involved in this trafficking. 2 persons were in a utility vehicle that is registered to the embassy, that had registered to the embassy. So when the Olympic were, those are the people that have been arrested and under investigation. The ambassador is the head of the mission. So by that, the vehicle belongs to the ambassador. So when they deal with him as a diplomat, you have to make sure you don't bring infallibility to the state. Through diplomatic means. Now the 13th of January, I was informed through a note verbal. And so when they inform me, we respond immediately. We would not have called a press conference with sketchy information for come and can window dress the hearing of journalists here. I ensured, even before I came to this press conference, I had another telephone conversation with my counterpart in the Republic of Guinea and also with the ambassador of Sierra Leone to the Republic of Guinea for make sure say anything that is said in a press statement or that is said in this particular press conference is hitherto veritable with respect to the information that is available. So I would not have conjectured, say something happened 31st, I call a meeting on the 1st of January. So that's, I want it to be very clear that now only the 13th we get information, and today now we get sufficient information for saying at this press conference. So you also say if there will be political interference. You know, when you deal with drug trafficking, it's an international crime. It is a crime that is frowned at by the laws of Sierra Leone and international drug trafficking laws. So there will be no way where there will be a political interference into something that has an international implication. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And in the statement, it's clear we will hold all parties accountable that are responsible, and that when the facts are verified, anyone found guilty of breaking Sierra Leone and international drug trafficking laws will face the full force of the law. IG, questions about steps taken for stop these drug flows. The border mentioned multiple other incidents in the past. We don't agree with what they do. This question of the particular vehicle in question, if that's alone, now we don't confirm, say yes, the vehicle comes alone, move from here and go Guinea. And so with all the checkpoints that we did, can you comment on that? If we go all responsible and waiting will happen to the police, they will be on duty. I think that the question are there for you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. With respect to the movement of the vehicle, all of that subject of investigation. We go for ascertain which direction the vehicle will be moved from where it take off from, because at the border, with the log every vehicle where they pass through the border. So we are going to log, we look for that particular information. If you did it, we'll get to your duty roster. We will know would have been there on duty at that particular time, because we in the Sierra Leone police we get a zero tolerance policy to complicity in drug issues. Transnational organized crime, drug particularly in a very organized business way, people then can take the time for granted. So we are going to look at that one. Whosoever is found culpable, we take a two-track approach, disciplinarily and criminally. We don't send several people to court. With respect to steps we take at the borders for curb drug trafficking, it will sound, maybe if we make a known as say 80% of the drug interception they want to make at the borders. There are drugs bound to come into this country from Guinea and Liberia. Most of them, tramadol and everything, they are coming into our country. So, and if you look, if you study the pattern, most of the major interceptions of drugs are off the coast of Guinea, not to Sierra Leone. So we get cases, plenty cases, where drugs they move from Guinea into Sierra Leone, where drugs they move from Liberia into Sierra Leone. We get people, other nationals who don't charge severally for being in possession of drugs coming into our country, tramadol, those other substances, kush, precursor chemicals, where they use for manufacture. We take concrete steps to search vehicles where they go across the border. But again, not lose sight of the fact that we get a very porous border with Guinea and Sierra Leone, and some of those things you can carry a good quantity on your head. You don't need to go through the border crossings. So we are taking those concrete steps with the stop, with the search. Then of course we intercept several drugs from Guinea and from Liberia. We don't charge people that they serve jail terms. People from Liberia, people from Guinea, and all of that.
All right, thank you very much. Now the second round of questions. I've been sitting on this side now, so Kamaradi number 1. Number 2 is the person with the being an LC. Number 3 on that side. Number 4, the man with the green. Number 5, this gentleman I have. So that's it.
Actually, I want to ask my question to the Director of Foreign Affairs for clarity's sake. Director of Foreign Affairs, for clarity's sake, sir. The Director, I want to ask my question. You're going to take it? Go ahead. Excuse me, how could you differentiate this following? Individual responsibility, come employee of a given diplomatic mission. That's one. Diplomacy and diplomatic community, come asset of a diplomatic asset. 3, I'm coming. 3, the international law or international relations, which calls for relations are safe despite occurrence. Thank you.
So, individual versus command responsibility. Una get the mic back, baby.
What I want to clear here is this.
Yes.
I was once a student minor in diplomatic science, diplomatic relations, and international law.
Yes, sir.
This issue consists of the 3.
Yes.
How could you differentiate me, Mohammed Kamara, being an employee in a given embassy, with my own private life, right? I have the decision, I have my own state of independence to decide what I'm going to do with an asset of a given diplomatic mission, which might not be in the knowledge of the given diplomatic corps, right? For example, the guy. Two, here is a question of saying there is a diplomatic community which should be respected. That the Guinean government, according to diplomatic side, should not have come
information we did to the rest of Sierra Leonean nationals or other countries with contraband. I want to that is it now, where the government of Sierra Leone for put in place for save this country from this mess. And also, the IG, the minister said the people will come up from Sierra Leone, Guinea. And if na picture they come up, we get points from Waterloo. Let me say from Waterloo.
For slide to not. Because the first question we ask is not somebody we don't ask her. You don't really ask the second question we didn't also already ask.
The first question I asked, yes. So what's not the mechanism based on the government for put in place?
You don't ask her already.
Alright.
This second one back on a checkpoint, we don't ask her.
Yeah.
So okay, so
the angle they cover is different. The angle different. Because when they travel from here to go up country, it gets a lot of checkpoints. And put up the IGs. The police, the way they in charge, do the job properly.
Yeah, what's the question?
Good. I want to know where they did arrange checkpoints there. If like they actually did it for do the work for the interest of the country or for the pockets.
Alright, thank you. Just to be clear, that we don't ask that question, but go ahead. Would that be number 4? Yes.
Alright. Good afternoon. My name is David K. Swengai. I'm the MD for FTN and the CEO for Online Twitter Update. So I want to actually ask this first question to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I want to make you openly explain to the Vienna Convention Article 27 and by extension 29.
No, I'm not going to give me panelists an exam. See me, the guy Vienna Convention 29.
All right, because
why don't see the question they want?
Okay, because we don't see on social media they say the driver of the vehicle they under arrest, and which is according to the Vienna Convention. According to social media, we don't get it stopped.
No. I will stop you. You know why?
Yeah.
You see what me political term Canaya, after we separate what you get from social media versus waiting there. In fact.
Alright.
The ways we make this man with all the left work who can sit on here and forgive you the facts.
Okay.
So when they ask you question, we know they respond to speculation. Okay. We don't give you the facts now. Okay. If you ask we direct question based on the fact we don't establish.
Alright. The Vienna Convention say actually a forbidding for at least the Guinean authorities what they do actually to have vehicle day, okay, according to Article 27.
Okay.
And the second question where
so wait now the question day, yeah, for the minister.
So is it good waiting the Guinea authorities then do when it comes to international law?
Thank you. Go ahead.
Or when it comes to the Vienna Convention, is this good? Now that's the question. Then the second question is this. So
Go ahead.
Alright, okay. Then the other question we actually want to ask that the IG wanna get any advanced equipment we wanna use for check if actually drugs when they pass down the borders, then wanna get any advanced equipment apart from we local equipment that we at least wanna use any advanced equipment for tackling.
What's not the local equipment?
Maybe
it's okay, give it right, it's okay. Very nice.
Good afternoon, Captain Shaw. Mr. Minister, the investigation on the two people who are the investigators, as you say, when I don't preview to the statement they will make, because maybe they get more for say towards the investigation. Is it that? One second, please. Can you repeat the question? The people that were the only two people that were inside the vehicle. We don't give statement presently in Guinea. When I don't preview to the statement that we make. If yes, waiting so far on our makeup of the statement. IG, will they travel upline or will they travel to Guinea or Liberia? Will they see plenty of government vehicle and can just pass Book, now then checkpoint in the. Now I give them the order and checkpoint, say government vehicle enough for checking them at all will lead to this embarrassment for government. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good questions, Mr. Minister. Well, first, now for you, Director General. Well, I think the question related, two people have asked this question around diplomatic immunity and whether even the action of checking, searching a Sierra Leonean vehicle is consistent with the Vienna Convention and within that the government of Sierra Leone position on that issue there. The other question about Bakamayan question around, this will come for you for the minister, in terms of possession, like within the individual all versus whether that may be covered by diplomatic immunity. So I think there was a question around that tension there, and whether we will clarify what's the difference between them and there. So there's those questions are related on that. And then I think there's quite a few questions, particularly for the IG, around security issues, checkpoints, but also for you, Mr. Minister, whether we don't get access to the statements from the two people that we currently in custody of the Guinean authorities and how we and then one more question, we also don't come online, somebody also sent a question saying, for let you clarify, I think somebody asked this, we say we don't urgently call the ambassador, but you also say it work and you talk to him today. So I think I will just clarify what urgently recall really mean and waiting the steps that we take and how long. Maybe for just clarify, we say urgently recall, when would they expect them for Canada? So actually let's start with you and then I think DJ can add something there.
I will have the how do we call it, Foreign Policy 101 with the Director General will respond to that and come to, yes, and this question we cited in way of exclusive ask we, you don't also say the same question you don't receive from online. Where I talk to the ambassador, and if I say he has been urgently recalled. Yeah. Today we call him, and tomorrow we call him. He has been urgently recalled. He cannot, until we don't call him, he's going to come to Sierra Leone to answer to the question: how come a vehicle assigned to the embassy has been found, carrying substances when they impound the vehicle? And not mean say we don't recall her now. If a flyer can, no, he's going to do preparation. He's in the office as I speak to you. He has something to do and he's coming to Sierra Leone to respond. He will come at any time from now to Sierra Leone. So being in Guinea and having been recalled, they are not mutually exclusive. He therefore come. He has been called because a diplomatic vehicle has been found with contraband, and we not assign a vehicle in there for such purposes. Neither will they send a diplomat then out of our country for go represent we and promote and protect the image of a country for being involved. But I want for this be on record that the ambassador was not found in the vehicle, and the ambassador that has been sanitized in many ways, and that is why today Sierra Leone is being respected. Every day we get countries of the world calling Sierra Leone for Sierra Leone in participation in regional and international matters. This morning at 11 o'clock I had a telephone conversation with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ethiopia discussing regional and bilateral issues. And as we see, His Excellency the President is in Scotland with the King of England. This is a show say the reputation of our country is non-contested. Things like this, we will not tolerate it because you get the tendency for poach the good name of a country. So we're responsibility now to promote and protect the name of a country. Mr. Fangai say, why they arrest the driver? Because the Vienna Convention say, arrest a diplomat. The driver is not a diplomat. The driver is a local staff to the embassy of Sierra Leone, where we drive a utility vehicle. Yes, not to Article 27, Article 22 of the Vienna Convention. Subsection 2, subsection 3, subsection 3, 2 and 3 sequentially say the premises and the properties of a diplomatic mission are immune to search. Yeah? That is it, it's established. But also, let's say if that vehicle was not, let me play the devil's advocate. The vehicle was not searched. That cocaine make your way outside, go destroy, go support other things that we don't find for Guinea and other places. So, yes, they mounted a search. They may have had information, say that thing they contain something way not good. If they had searched that vehicle, they not find anything, we would have protested diplomatically, say they had brought our reputation under disrepute. Be it now that the search gets a consequence of a substance that is frowned at by international drug trafficking law, I don't think there's a violation of Vienna Convention in this case. And you say if we privy, some other persons say if we privy to the statement where the driver and the other occupants in the vehicle don't already make, the only thing we are privy to when they tell you say they have questioned the driver, in possession of the driver, then meets a laissez-passer issued by the Embassy of Sierra Leone, where say the vehicle for cancel and go at that within that particular period, would then give the laissez-passer. And also, as a proactive action, the head of administration under the HOC has also been recalled to capital through the diplomatic process. So instead of for answer on what basis a laissez-passer was given to a vehicle that was found with contraband. So all gears are in full operation for help the Guinean authorities for investigate this matter and bring all those that are involved to the full force of the law.
Mr. Minister, there was a question around quantity, if we get any indication of that.
The diplomatic communication says 7 trunks, 7 bags and portmanteau in the whole, but the kilos were not established as to the document that was available, but as 7 boxes.
7 suitcases.
Suitcases.
Okay, 7 suitcases full of substances suspected to be cocaine.
And there were other items as well, telephones, and I think about $2,000 of
cash.
Money of cash.
We've seen some numbers being bandied online.
$2,000 of cash.
Officially, there's $2,000 of cash. That's what is in the official communication. Yeah. DG, you want to add something?
Thank you very much, Minister. I think the Foreign Minister has addressed the issue of inviolabilities and immunities, and the fact that the search had established, though it had actually gone against, contrary to the convention. Yes, indeed. Although the search been contrary to the convention, with substances, contraband or prohibited substances were found, then found inside the vehicle. So, which we don't do so far. I mean, if we listen to the minister, the press release, the ambassador, the fact that the non-column for CAM give a full account of the incidents. After that, now we make able to ascertain all these questions and all these facts. And then we will move on further from that. But it's in diplomacy, it's always good, as the minister saying in his opening, for verifying the facts so that there are no misunderstandings. So I think I will leave at that.
Thank you very much. IGP, additional questions about checkpoints and the fact that government officials and government vehicles are not subjected to search if this is not direct instruction, whether you get access to additional equipment there from the local equipment that we get for search for drugs, who's additional one day. And then I think there was a question. I think your question in that day.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. For checking of government vehicles, no instruction, not for say, for check government vehicle. There is no instruction from any quarter, say, for check government vehicle. When we check them, we realize some people left for cover the number plate. Me, at my 38, I already accept 2 government ministers when they go up country, they cover the plate. I remove the cover. I said, it hasn't got to be that way. You therefore carry the number plate so that it is readable at all points. So there is no instruction from anybody saying for check government vehicle. Police work, discretionary work. If you choose police discretion, it amount to an offense, you pay the price. like this one, we are going to check the track the vehicle from Musa, it come out to those are going to intercept. So all of those people will be deployed along those checkpoints on that route, and therefore face the full force of the law. So that's how we operate. Myself, while they work on the net in this store, then they check the vehicle, and they allow them to check and go and sit down there. They check. Yes, for just make sure that they are checking the vehicles. Yes. And of course,
we all believe now, we all believe.
Because when they go out and it, I don't use police vehicle, I use unmarked vehicle, I use vehicle of friends. I sit in the back, so they don't check. Lord, check this vehicle. Yes. No, we witness them. Then on the issue of the question where say if we get any advanced equipment for detect drugs, no equipment or we advanced past mortal man. For us, we depend on information coming from members of the public. Most of the interceptions we don't make across the country. Now, members of the public, we use intelligence operatives that can feed with that information where they make people do the arrest. And if you go, for example, now the airport, the scanner where they decide the scan of luggages, na metal detector them, and they will detect drugs. But working with people, we get good intention for this country. We are also able to apprehend plenty people in that airport where they travel carry drugs out of this country. So no equipment on the way advanced past motorman. For now, we don't get that kind of equipment where they detect drugs in luggages.
Well, IG, maybe this is an opportunity for you inform the public, say, just today we don't announce, say, you don't install closed circuit television camera all across the city of Freetown.
Yes, that is ongoing.
We are live for local check, so in case any crime or other thing happen now, we will be able to say, you check the camera and they will all over. I think it's a big news to see.
Yes, I think they don't know, because if you follow the social media, you know, smart city project, the smart city project, we don't launch them, we don't implement them for now.
Make that public place then, sir.
For now,
we don't put on a bathroom, sir.
For now, we don't install over 30 cameras in the monitoring room now, Kington, which are where the National Joint Operations Center, EDD. We don't separate them. Freetown East get your set of cameras, Freetown West get your set of cameras. And this is not the tap now, Freetown. We intend for Conakry as far as up country to all the major police administrative regional headquarters.
All right. Thank you very much, IGP. I think on that note today, we come to the end of this press conference. Mr. Minister, you got anything more you want to say last word? I just want to give last word, and I will do a quick summary, and then we will close. Yeah.
Well, I want to say WIUM processes are not a hurried processes. We make sure, say, in diplomacy, you don't want to make any mistake in the execution of your job, because we're representing the image of the country, and the country is a persona, and being a persona, a country should never be apologetic, because the country is considered an infallible entity. So we are patient with we use the diplomatic means. When we don't do the diplomatic means, if the investigation, that would deal with law enforcement. But as far as the diplomatic processes are involved, they are ongoing. As we get the information, we will accordingly inform them.
Thank you,
and social media should not speculate what is happening between the two countries. It will give insight, but the full information will come from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, either through the Ministry of Information or in conjunction with the Ministry of Information and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I want to thank you all and for the audience, and let it be known that it is in our collective interest, both as a ministry, a government, and also as journalists and citizens of this country, for protect and promote the image of our country for the betterment of the people. I want to thank you all.
All right, so I want to take this opportunity for maybe just give the summary of which we don't talk now today. On the 13th of January 2025, on the 13th of January 2025, the government of Guinea informed the government of Salon-C on the 31st of December 2024. Then we arrest one motor car, we will get 2 people inside, the driver and 1 more person. That motor car then be Olam on suspicion, say he gets drug the banned substances the way the suspects say include cocaine. then communicate that to we on the 13th. Since the 13th, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, leadership of the country, done the back and forth with the government of Guinea. What we know so far are this. According to the Guinean authorities, that motoka will then hold na be utility motoka, but we know now see the motoka being get clearance from the embassy for come on a mission at Salone, for come out Salone and go back Guinea. Then get the document we say it be did it. It's very important for us to talk that. The motoka come out Salone and go inside Guinea, and inside Conakry they arrest this motoka and they hold them. We know now say inside the motoka they may get about 7 suitcases them. Suitcases they were full of them, including them banned substantia and other small items. Money way total, according to the official correspondence, about $2,000. Now in the inside there, plus 7 suitcases full of alleged banned substances. The government of Salone don't act swiftly. While the ministers they talk to a colleague on that side, they don't also recall not just the Ambassador Mami Bangura, but they also don't actually say they don't recall the head of Chancellery, when at the head of admin at the embassy. When I issue the clearance under them, because I authority for issue that clearance, they say, okay, we go Salone for that mission. Salone government committed for investigate fully this issue and make the IGP denial. When they can explain to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the government of Salone, the local law enforcement officials, so that we go investigate how this happened, would I handed it, and the government don't make a clear inside this zone and it gets now, for say, we know they left nothing, we know they spare nothing for all anybody to account. We put hand back anything we get for do with drug trafficking. The work with His Excellency President we don't do, with this young fine minister don't they do. Now for help this country, let image go fine, let push the country good name go before. This now we all we job that day. Forget the fact out, we don't get nothing for hide, we make we don't explain to una everything where we know. We don't answer every question we una get. Because the government of Salone, not they condone and not they take part by anything we get for do with drug business. Until next Tuesday, we will meet up again at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education at UBLD. Assalamu alaikum.